This is our third YouTube quick hitter, eh?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, here we
Uh,
go.
oh, we're not doing drams from what was it? Drams from dividends yet.
No,
Oh,
not
no.
drams from dividends yet, but we are drinking an innocent gun, which was bought by one of our lovely listeners.
Yeah, Alex, thank you again. Alex from, did somebody say I'm me?
No, I'm just laughing because we did the episode with Alex's beer, which was very much appreciated. Nobody told me I had to save the backup innocent gun I had, which I'd
Right.
previously drank. So I'm out of beer. I am not
Yeah.
having innocent gun. I'm having Andina Hazy Pale Ale.
There you go.
That's
took-
also nice, I imagine.
Well, I'm hoping it's going to be because it doesn't even have a blurb for me. So I can't even tell the lovely listeners, and I haven't even done the work to figure out what it is. So, but it did go in the beer tube this week. That's why I have it, and I had to buy them. So,
Nice.
I don't
Nice.
think we're doing the blurbs on the YouTubes, are we?
nah,
Well,
it takes too much time. Just
Exactly.
get into her.
We
It's
only,
a quick
we
hit.
only have so much time. So, Alex, thank you for the round. And you asked a question when you bought us around. And you said, what are our thoughts on keeping physical wealth, say as an extension of your emergency fund? For example, having gold bars buried in your backyard.
So, I mean, I guess
Oh.
I shouldn't say that I have tons of gold bars buried in my backyard or someone will come rob me, right?
Yeah, that's right. So none of us have gold bars in our backyard.
No, not at the moment. The mechanic's just having a time with his beer right now,
He
though.
is.
Oh, I'm pouring it. I could hardly listen to The Economist. It smells so good. I'm just like, the nose on this thing's fantastic. I might have found my new favorite beer. I better taste it, see if I like it.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Go ahead.
Where's that from?
And Dina's over on the continent there. It's on the continent, brewed in Vancouver, British Columbia.
We might have to have that on one of the main pods one of these days.
I'm afraid it's unavailable. I've already tried it. Okay. I do own gold.
In your backyard?
Physical gold.
I'm not going to tell you where it is.
Okay, but physical?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Right on.
you make fun of me for owning like one investment of everything in the world, and here I am. I have gold.
He
Yeah,
has gold.
not really.
Surprise, surprise.
I sold
Now-
all my gold this year.
Did you have physical gold?
Yeah, I had a dollar coin, pure gold.
Nice.
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 Well,
I think
okay.
I got about $500 for it.
Okay, well, let's answer the question. What do you think?
So I consider my properties as physical wealth
Interesting.
because they're as much as the whole economics around renting and housing and money supply and all that. I know that my houses are levered at the moment, but eventually, security reasons, you have a paid off house, you own that piece of land.
I would argue and say it's political wealth.
Oh,
okay.
Right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, things are great now in Canada, but
Sure.
we don't know.
If somebody reappropriated your property,
Yeah,
I mean, I don't hate having some forms of physical wealth that can be there as kind of a hedge against other things, right?
right.
it's a store of value at the end of the day, right? It's a store of value that
It's a depreciating store? of value?
no, it should keep up with inflation.
Okay.
It doesn't pay you. It's not, I wouldn't call it an
Right.
investment because it doesn't pay you traditionally like an investment does. It's
Yeah.
speculative because it doesn't trade on the markets. It's semi-liquid. It's not super easy to sell. You know, if
Mhm.
you've got a gold coin, I don't know. Did you just go to like the local?
I did, and I
store?
sold
Yeah,
it at a discount, right? Because they're not going
Right.
to give me the full gold price.
exactly.
I don't know who does. Right?
You can't get the spot price.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Like
think
you're
so.
you're subject to huge spreads.
Yeah.
The bid ask spread on physical metals is huge.
It's
like
like
as soon-
currencies, right?
As soon as you buy, well, it's worse. It's way
Yeah.
worse because it's not that liquid, especially to handle physical pieces. As soon as you buy a piece of gold, you're probably in the hole $200. Like if you
Right.
turned around and sold it 5 minutes later, you would lose $200.
Right.
You've got to make that spread. And I mean, the price of gold, it's gone up slowly, but to make $200 might take you 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But this comes back to, so it's a store of value that essentially if you're holding physical gold, that's the whole financial system's going to crash, the world's going to end, and I want something to be able to barter trade with.
Yeah, well, yes and no, right? I think that's kind of one way to look at it. But if you've ever watched Walking Dead before, nobody's trading any gold.
Exactly, which is
Right.
why
Right.
I want land that I could, like put up a little
Defend.
zombie pen on, defend, grow some crops.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one for gold is you could just hold a gold ETF, but let's talk about the physical side of it. Are you holding a hedge that is uncorrelated to the markets? Is that part of the reason why you would hold it? Would you hold a percentage and say this is uncorrelated so that traditionally when the markets have taken, the nosedive, gold has gone up in value?
Right.
Right.
I was going to say, I think that's traditionally been the case, but
Yeah.
I don't know in our brave new economy where the markets only go up.
Right.
Right.
And an interesting thing about gold too is that it's a part of its value is scarcity, right? But same as diamonds, the whole market is manipulated.
Yeah.
Right? Because they can pull more gold out of the ground.
Well,
what do you mean? Well,
I mean, it's a finite resource.
I disagree.
You think the Earth is continuing to make gold?
It's irrelevant. I don't think we'll ever be able to find it all.
Right.
Like, I think it's there. It's the cost of pulling it out.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's also not used as much. Well, it does have a lot of industrial usages, but I don't think it's used as much as before, which propped up a lot of its value. Like, I think is it platinum that's really expensive relative to what it is, but it's because it has so many industrial applications.
Right.
And
I mean, there's other metals that the electric car revolution is making valuable, right? And whether we can safely have them or not is another story. But
yeah, exactly. I don't know. For me personally, when I purchased, it was 10 years ago. We were moving back to Canada. We had cash that wasn't invested. I was uneducated. I didn't really know, but I'm old enough that I heard the stories of if my grandmother had kept an ounce of gold from 1930 or whatever it was, then it'd be worth $1,800 a day or whatever, right? We've seen gold go up and down.
But I mean, that's the same story with anything. If you had bought the land, if you had invested in Ford, right? Like,
okay, now even though it's a liquid, though, it's something tangible that I can hold and I can take with me. Whereas my stock shares, you don't even get stock certificates anymore. They're just held on a brokerage in the ether, right? It's like my Bitcoin. Where's my Bitcoin? It's in a Bit wallet, maybe.
Of course he has Bitcoin.
Next episode. But with gold, it's like, hey, we can purchase a small amount of this physical gold, and it's actually pretty cool to hold 100% piece of gold. Because I mean, I've seen gold jewelry before, but actual pure gold it's pretty cool. Like, it's striking how gold it is.
Right.
But it's kind of one of those things is it's in a safety deposit box and it's been sitting in there for 10 years. And I think I did some math on this not that long ago, and it's in like a 6% return over that time period.
Yeah. It's not bad, but
it's not nothing. I'm not holding it for return though. It's it's not even enough. I've worked so hard to work towards financial independence. This is irrelevant basically to the total of the portfolio.
You didn't think of displaying it on your mantle? You might get more value out of it that way.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I want anything that valuable displayed in my house.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
I think it comes back to that whole, because gold's not the only physical asset. I mean, you could have artwork in your house that's expensive, whatever. But that might be a better one, is you actually get to enjoy the expensive artwork. You hope that it appreciates over time. And if you ever hit a crunch, then you can sell it.
It's slightly more useful than gold. But I mean, there's other things like, not that I want to promote gun ownership or anything, but guns are a good store of value. Some wine.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Gun collecting is big. There's a lot of expensive guns.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Wine, bourbon.
No, because the wine always goes missing.
Fair.
Terrible store of value.
Yes.
I don't know where it went.
How much of this do you think comes from the past generations where gold was actually pegged, like the currency was actually pegged to gold,
Pegged to gold.
had some real relevance to its value. You knew that you could go and say, this is what my currency is worth. I have the physical backing of it. That's why I want to hedge it and have some of it in my backyard, right? Whereas now, in the 70s, we lost that peg to gold. Is not on the gold standard anymore. Gold still has its intrinsic value, but it doesn't really have any meaning in our economy anymore.
No, but it's still scarce, and it's still desirable for jewelry. So, I mean,
well, what about in the last 10 years, all the gold has been bought up by countries other than the United States and Canada? Like Western countries haven't been accumulating gold.
right.
Other countries have been accumulating a lot of gold.
Interesting.
I mean,
I don't think it matters.
does it matter? I don't know. Just a statement. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we definitely, there's definitely not enough gold in the Federal Reserve to cover the
cover how much money they've printed this year, probably.
No.
Yeah, they would have built a bigger building if that was the case.
Yeah. We should also probably mention this is for entertainment purposes only.
Oh, big time.
Did we get through a whole quick hit without him saying "I mean," or have I been not paying attention?
We probably
we did.
Okay.
Wow. All right. Well, interesting question. Thanks for that, Stephen. And
That's
and
Alex.
Alex. Sorry, the Alex and Gun beer. Yes, of course.
Yes.
No, Innis and Gun. Jeez.
Yeah, but he keeps screwing it up.
Right on. We'll catch you on the next quick hit.
Yeah, thanks for watching. What do you think about holding gold? Leave your comments below. Hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Andina's a tasty beer.
Cheers.